Alrighty, we're back on the bike today, and it's a lot colder out, but we got to get this stuff all ready for paint, so we have to remove a lot of this stuff. Gonna remove it, take all the wrap off, get everything ready so that way we can paint it, and it'll be good. So yeah, couple more days and this will all be painted and ready, and I'll show you all that. Alright, I just wanted to share this right here. So this is our one of our forks, and it's been plasti dipped, but this plasti dip is just not peeling off very well. So it's going slow. You can kind of see the difference, like right in here. We got another piece that we were kind of just cleaning up, getting ready for paint, but I think I'm going to do the main stuff first and leave the rest of the bodywork for when it's a little bit warmer out, because it's high 50s, but generally it's a little bit better if you paint when it's warmer. This stuff here, I'm just using like a black enamel, so it's okay if I paint it a little bit colder. But the other stuff I definitely want it to be warmer, and I want to get the bike pretty much back together and leave the plastics and stuff for later if I have to when it's a little bit warmer. I'm not in a rush for those. Those need a lot of prep work. This should be something that shouldn't take too terribly long to paint, but yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. I probably actually don't need to paint it, but there's a chip there, and if I just clean it up, it'll be a lot nicer, I think. So I'm totally down for that. I mean, this bike, I really want it to be nice, so I'm going to do it anyway. And alright, so once the fork is all cleaned up and ready for paint, mask off everything else, and I'm gonna have to set this up so that way it'll be ready for paint. I do just need to wipe it down with I'm gonna wipe this one down with denatured alcohol just to get it ready for paint. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So you just gotta prep. I ended up using a, gosh, what was it? Hold on, I'll show you. I used this can, and I really just wanted to strip off the undercoating. I know it's a paint stripper as well, but it didn't work on one of the paints that I was using, so I thought maybe it would just be strong enough to strip off the undercoating, a rubberized coating, but it stripped off everything, so that's fine. I'll just paint over everything. I am going to stick a little bit of tape in these holes and get it ready for paint. And yeah, that's it. I mean, it's actually really simple what to do here. So, but that's that. I'm going to set it up for paint. Alright, so I shook up this can and we're kind of ready for the first coat. Now I'm just going to lay it on pretty thin here. Just kind of like this as I go around. I have to be 10 to 16 inches away from it from what it suggests. And I just want to lay on a pretty light first coat. So here's just a general side-by-side. If you take the old fork, or the fork that we painted, and place it next to what it looked like before. So it's a huge improvement. There's still a lot more to do. I mean, I unfortunately got a little run in this one, so I'm gonna actually sand out that run. It shouldn't take me too long once it's dry, and then I'll probably throw another coat on it. Or maybe I won't care about the run. I gotta look and see if it's even where someone would look at it. And well, I'll show you where it is. So that little run is, I'm not even sure if you can see it, but it's right there. Thinking about it, a brake caliper goes right there, so I probably don't even need to worry about it, because I don't think anyone will even notice it, except me. So, but that's the difference so far. So yeah, old one, and then new one. It's kind of a side-by-side comparison. There's still a lot more to do, so I'm gonna be working on that while this is drying. I want one to come out all the way and see how it does first before I do a little bit more, but yeah. Alright, so the next part is our triple tree. So yeah, we're gonna clean this up too. Alright, so I think I can get about maybe one more coat on, maybe two before the day ends, and I just let it dry. So I'm gonna go for it. Alright guys, so it's been a little while, a couple days since I actually recorded the last clip, and I've been painting these as it's warm and as it's nice. I actually pulled out one of those plugs there. If you look, you'll see that one's missing. But look at that, I mean, that's one of the triple tree parts, and that's a beautiful finish. It's done. This part's good. I just need to, I don't even think I need to sand it. I mean, it's pretty clean. One of the harder parts to paint, that's for sure, are the forks. And I've just finished wet sanding one of them. Well, two of them actually. They're actually going to get another coat still. You can kind of see it's dull there from the the sandpaper. This fork I actually painted yesterday for the first time, so that the coats of paint aren't really held up, but there's just, it wasn't beautiful. It wasn't as good as I wanted, but it's still, I mean, pretty solid. I tried 1000 grit first, but then I thought, you know what, I'll just put another coat on it. That's no problem. So if we do that one in there, and then I'll show you this one. So it's gotten a little bit colder outside, which means that I'm gonna start putting these parts inside to dry. And this one, you can see I sanded as well. I actually had 2 runs in it from being a little bit overzealous. Alright, so while these are drying, this one started, something happened with that paint. I might have to redo this back one altogether, but it started to come up a little bit. It was like, I was wiping it with denatured alcohol, and it's like wax and grease remover, you know. I've been handling it and started to strip some of the paint off, but it was like uncured paint, so I'm gonna give that one a little bit more time to do its thing, and I might just actually redo it altogether. I might have to sand it down and just redo it, but that's okay. It's no big deal. Paint's cheap. It's like $4 or $5 a can. This one turned out really nice though. I don't see any runs in it. It's still curing itself, but I thought I'd compare the black handlebar to the gloss black there. I think it's going to turn out really nice. I really do. Yeah, no, I'm excited for this one. This one you can kind of see if I can grab a phone light. See that right there? It's like I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I'm gonna definitely do another coat on this one. I think it needs it for sure. Alright, let's show the process now that everything's pretty much dried. I mean, look at those. Those are gorgeous. And yeah, it's Rust-Oleum. Let me stick some of these little masking tape off. Alright, so if you're wondering how this will go, so this will be that part there, and then this is all going to be black as well. So this is just going to be this gorgeous glossy black. And if you look and can compare the handlebar to that, you know, that's a gloss as well. This part's a little bit more like a matte. That's alright, I'm not worried about it. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, that's for sure, painting all this stuff, but I think it'll last a while, and you know, it's a nice finish. I'm really pleased with it. So, but I thought I'd just kind of share how that looks right now. Of course, this part here is going to be black, but it's kind of neat. That would actually be kind of an interesting contrast if I left it like that and just clear coated over it, but I'm not going to. I like it all together.